Oh my gosh. The people next door can hear what I'm saying. It's really awkward. I can hear exactly what they're saying, so they can definitely hear me.
I want you to breathe all this in, breathe all this in.
Hey guys, so today I'm going to be filming my January wrap-up. Now I know it's a few days late, I apologize. Classes have just started and I have been slammed with schoolwork, so I haven't been able to film this video until now. I'm sort of in between classes, so I thought I'd just turn my camera on and share with you guys the books that I read in the month of January. I don't actually have any of the physical copies because I went back home not only at the beginning, but at the end of January after classes started because I was just piling up with stuff and I needed to take it back home. And plus, I love knowing that all the books that I've recently read are on my shelf in my room. But don't worry, I will be posting the pictures of the covers up on the screen as I talk about them. Also, one last thing I wanted to mention is my hair has been in a beanie all day, and I can't really do much with it except flip it around, so it's not that noticeable. But we're just gonna ignore it and move on to the content of the video. So I have the books written down in this little notebook right here. So towards the end of 2014, I started the On Dublin series by Samantha Young. I love that series. I love it so much I can't emphasize it. It's a new adult contemporary romance. It takes place in Edinburgh, Scotland, and in every single book, it's a different character. However, I would categorize it as a series because you can't read one without the other unless you want to spoil yourself. I mean, you could, but it would tell you what happened in the previous book. And, you know, you're also in that world, so you're getting, like, details from their lives still, even if it's another character's point of view. If you love new adult contemporary romances and you want something with substance and a story and something that you want to invest your time into, I totally recommend that series. And as I continued, I loved it even more, and I'm so happy that I kept running into the books at Barnes & Noble because I did really enjoy the first one. Like, I gave it a 5 out of 5, but I didn't really think to find the second one because I got the first one on Book Outlet. I didn't find it at Barnes & Noble, but when I was walking past, I saw them on the bottom shelf, picked them up, and then I continuously did that. And then recently I just ordered the one that's been most recently published, which I don't know if this is the last one, but that'll be in an upcoming book haul, which I've already edited, so I don't know if that one's going to come before this one, but I need to get this one out there so it's not like mid-February that you're getting it. So the first books that I finished in the month of January were Before Jamaica Lane, and then I read the novella that was included, which was Until Fountain Bridge, and then I read Fall from India Place, and then I read the novella that was included in that one, and that's Castle Hill, all by Samantha Young. I gave them all 5 out of 5 stars. Every book in that series, I couldn't say which one I liked the least. I really love them all equally. Then after finishing Fall from India Place, I thought I'd pick up another new adult contemporary romance because that is my favorite genre and because I was just relaxing for the month of January. It doesn't require much thought, really. Like, these books come easily for me to understand. I don't have to keep up with anything. I just can enjoy them. And so I picked up the first book in the Marked Men series, which is Rule by J. Crownover. And I got that book like a month ago. And it took me a while to get that one because I had Jet, which is the second one, by J. Crownover. I had that for like a year or two before I finally picked up the first one. Anyway, my thoughts on the first one. If anything, I was disappointed because I love tattoos, okay? I'm in love with tattoos. I think they're so sexy. And that's all I'm going to say about them, especially bad boys with tattoos, but like bad boys in these new adult romances because, you know, they're always a little good. I don't know. But I had, I guess, high expectations. I didn't really like his personality either. Like, that was just, you know. So I didn't really like him. And the girl was fine. Nothing in that book really resonated with me. And then I read the second one because I had that for forever. And that one I liked a little bit more. I gave that a 3 out of 5. I mean, I already owned it. And I wasn't planning to pick up the third one. But I liked the girl because she was in from the first book and the second. I liked how Cora was described. She was the lead girl in the third one. And then I also really was interested in Rome's character. And so that's the third one, Rome, and I gave that one a 4 out of 5. I enjoyed that much more than I did the first two. And then because in the last one there was such a lead-in to the next one, I was like, oh, okay, I have to pick it up. And I was already on Amazon and I was, ordering books, which the fourth one is going to be in my upcoming book haul. So look out for that. So I haven't read the one after Rome, but I finished that on January 22nd, and then after that, the last book I finished in the month of January was Breakable by Tamara Weber. I'm never sure how to pronounce her name. I'm going to go with Tamara. And I, if you guys didn't know, love the book Easy. She wrote that one, and it's just a fantastic book. I gave that 5 out of 5 stars, and then I reread it a couple months ago, and I still am in love with it. So then, when I found out she published another book, which was called Breakable, I was like, oh, I have to get it. And the cover looked a bit similar to Easy, so I thought it was like the second book, or like a companion novel or something. But I didn't know what it was about. I just bought it, and then I hadn't gotten around to picking it up until I did, and I didn't realize it was from the male's perspective of Easy. Now, I gave Breakable 5 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. I loved it. I'm not going to do a review on it, but I will say that it was a little bit slower and there was less dialogue, but despite that fact, I really liked it. What's great about Weber's writing was that it felt like I was reading a whole nother book, that I wasn't just rereading like Easy almost in the male perspective, which it was, but it was very different. I don't want to spoil anything from the first book, so I'm not going to continue, but I loved the like every other, not chapter, but section, and you'll understand what I'm talking about when you read it. I loved how it was told from all the points of view, which if you read it, you understand what I'm saying. I remember I wrote it down in this note. Hold on, let me just grab it real quick. I wrote it down in my notebook right here, which I don't think you can see because the light might be too bright, but I wrote it down, and I'm gonna share it with you. I wrote like page 141, little thoughts. I have a Goodreads, but I don't really update the page numbers, which by the way, I love when people add me on Goodreads and leave me their little fact about themselves, because that's the only way you can add yourself as a friend with me. People have sent me the funniest like responses. There was this one person, I don't even know how this person found me. I don't know if they watch my BookTube videos, but he was like, my underwear was once wet from the dryer, so I put it in the microwave and it caught on fire. I thought that was really funny. Alright, sorry, I'm digressing. But if you want, follow me on Goodreads. I have all the links to my like social media. I have an Instagram, a Tumblr, a blog, and then what else? And then I think that's it. So anyway, shameless plugging right there. I did write this review on Goodreads. I wrote a much better version, a more like cleaned up version. The last thing I guess I'll leave you with is that I wouldn't recommend reading this book right after Easy. I reread Easy a few months ago, and then not a few, just like a month ago or a few weeks before reading Breakable, and I read a bunch of books in between, which was great because I felt like if I were to have read the two back to back, I would try to like, I even did this while I was reading Breakable, but because I couldn't remember it very well, it wasn't coming really easily to me, but I was trying to predict little certain spots that something was going to happen after, and this is what that person was going to say. You know, like a continuation of that, I would have just been way too distracted with trying to predict rather than to enjoy the book. But I will say, I really liked how it didn't feel like I was reading the same exact book as Easy, because not all the same dialogue was in it, and then it was from Lucas's point of view, because what threw me off in Easy was that he was such a mystery like the whole entire time. I really liked that we got to see his point of view, and I thought that was great. But yeah, that was the last book that I finished in the month of January. So I read, I think, a total of 8 books. That's all I have to share with you guys. I'm glad I finally got this video done. I hope you enjoyed it. And then until next time, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye!